Okay, Alina Habba joins us, attorney for former President Trump. Alina, good to have you with us. First, your reaction to the Attorney General there.
I'm glad you asked, Martha. Nobody is above the law. I would just like these left-winging DAs and AGs to show us that. Show us that. I'm inviting you to show me that no one is above the law while we have Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, and all of his friends up in D.C. and the deep state that have not been touched. Show me no one is above the law, Martha, because I'm not seeing that. Do you know what I'm seeing in court in these cases is that everyone is above the law if they're friends with Miss James, if they're friends with D.A. Bragg, and if they're friends with Fani Willis and Jack Smith. The only person that is not, the only person who did nothing wrong but will still get persecuted and prosecuted is President Trump because they can't beat him in November. So I want to use their words against them and invite them to show me how no one is actually above the law, because there are people that we know have broken laws, and we have not seen the system of justice be used the same for them as they are for President Trump. President Trump did nothing wrong. He's being persecuted. Show me the people that did real crime get persecuted and prosecuted. I want to see that.
All right, y'all. We're back with another video, and here we go again with corrupt Judge Engoron and corrupt Latitia James. They think they can just get away with this. Now they're trying to seize the man property, trying to seize Donald Trump's properties, talking about if he can't pay the full $355 million, they're going to try to seize his properties. This stuff here just done got out of hand. We're all sick of it, that they are letting these people get away with this crap. That's why you've been seeing a lot of people coming out talking about they is no longer finna do business in New York because they are able to try to get away with pulling bull crap like this on Donald Trump just because he's leading in the polls and they know he's going to become the next president. They know that. And so this one right here coming by Doug said that the verdict won't stand. That New York judge gets devastating news after Trump verdict. And so this is bad news for Engoron because they said that Alina Habba went off. Like she went off on Latitia James and that corrupt judge, and she vowed to say that this right here would not stand, and she's standing on it. So, and I'm hoping she's true. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Trump shouldn't have to pay no freaking $355 million. They put it up there high just because they can try to feel like, well, if we put it up high, Donald Trump won't be able to pay it, and then we can just take his properties. That's what they trying to do. That's why they put it up so high. But I got a feeling Donald Trump, he's going to put that money up. He going to get this crap overturned, and we going to be the last one laughing at Latitia James and that corrupt judge. But like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. Also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. I appreciate all of you. If you could do me a favor, please hit that like button so more people out there can see how corrupt Judge Engoron and Latitia James really is. We tired of all the smiling. We tired of all that laughing that they doing in the courtrooms. And that's what Latitia James been doing, all that smiling and stuff, because she already knew the outcome. Like this judge found Trump guilty before the hearing even started. And this is just crazy. But like I said, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. And let's see what Alina Habba had to say. But they said she did not hold back at all.
This verdict won't stand. That's Alina Habba on the James Engoron verdict under corrupt Latitia James.
Yep.
Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. I hope you'll join our happy patriot army by subscribing. Let's go.
But when you have radical left people, as you astutely just said, that are clearly politically motivated, the law still stands. And we have a record for appeal like nothing I've ever seen.
They're going to appeal, but it is very costly.
It is.
How do you appeal a $380 million fine in New York? Trump would have to put up $400 million. That's part of what the reason why Judge Engoron fined him so deep is that they did not want him to be able to appeal. They're trying to drain all of his assets.
I just said that.
Here's Trump.
How will you put up that kind of money? Because you have a bond to put up. Even if you appeal, you got to put up escrow money. That's it's a lot of dough.
It is a form of communism or fascism. The guy's a nut job. I've known this for a long time, and I've said it openly. No jury, no anything.
Trump even says, like, look, I've got money. Okay, so the money isn't the problem, but there's still a way around this, using the Eighth Amendment to get around the money thing. But let's get back to Alina Habba real quick.
I really am confident that on appeal, the world will see the real, true trial that happened, not what was reported.
It will expose the old trial for what it is if they can get there. Here's Tucker Carlson.
And speaking of corrupt, the Attorney General of New York, Latitia James, who reportedly is worth $15 million despite making less than $200,000 a year in her job. How did that happen, if true? Immediately congratulated herself, as always, after the ruling.
Today, justice has been served. Today, we prove that no one is above the law, no matter how rich.
No matter how rich. And here she is, she's worth
$15 million.
She is the rich who believes she's above the law.
Powerful.
And she's powerful in that she can even take down the #1 candidate of the Republican Party.
Or politically connected you are.
You're more politically connected than anyone I know. George Soros, Jack Smith, the judge on the case. You know everyone.
Everyone must play by the same rules.
And you made up a rule for Trump. First time this has ever happened because you don't play by
the rules.
We have a responsibility to protect the integrity of the marketplace.
What a bunch of New York businesses are going, the marketplace, we're jacked. We got to get out of here.
Alina, is there any step that you can take to get this decision overturned or dismissed before you would even put this money with the post-judgment interest in escrow or put up the bond? Is there a step you could take or would take before that happens?
Alina Habba is vague about what their actual tack is going to be. They don't want to give away their plan to Judge Engoron and Latitia James.
We are fighting it, and we have made records to do so, and that is all I'll say on it.
And I understand you don't want to tell us your whole strategy, but I imagine at one point, if you don't get fair judges in New York, you want to find a pathway to get to the Supreme Court.
What's that say about New York that you can't even find a judge in the entire state that's fair? That's how corrupt your legal system is. But here comes. This is the unique constitutional defense that I heard from Mark Levin on what they can do.
Let alone in this case, as he mentioned last night at Town Hall, Eighth Amendment rights.
The Eighth Amendment. And
Eighth Amendment.
Trump spills the beans.
The Eighth Amendment. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. That's the Eighth Amendment.
Excessive fines, it's obvious this is excessive by definition. You can just compare it to the other fines for the same kinds of charges that have happened, and nothing's...
Exactly. Don't y'all know Latitia James always say that same crap? No one is above the law, no matter how rich they is. But why the hell do they act like they above the law? Why do Latitia James think she's above the law? Why do this judge, Engoron, thinks he's above the law? They sit up here and try to say this crap about Donald Trump. When did Donald Trump think he was above the law? Donald Trump never stated he was above the law. He never said that. Y'all said that. Y'all the one that think that y'all above the law. Like, come on, this judge found Donald Trump guilty before the case even started. So that's the reason why we was all sitting here. We already knew what the outcome was going to be because we knew Latitia James was corrupt. We knew this judge was corrupt. When this judge put gag orders on Trump and Alina Habba, didn't want them to say too much or they was going to get in trouble. But Latitia James can say anything she want. She didn't get a gag order put on her. That's why when they put the cameras on her in the courtroom, she was smiling. She was laughing and all type of stuff. Remember when Trump first got in the courtroom, she was staring at the back of his head? This judge, remember when the case first started, this judge was smiling at the camera? They already knew what they was going to do to Donald Trump. So you tell me you go from $200 million some dollar fine to all the way to 400 some to try to put it so high that Trump can't pay it, and now you feel like you got the right to just take this man's properties? This is just crazy to me. So I'm sick of the crap of you ain't above the law because you rich when the man never said he was above the law. Trump never said he was above the law. Every time somebody say something about Trump think he's above the law, they the one think they above the law. Like, come on. But like I said, hopefully what Alina said, that this verdict won't stand, I'm hoping that this crap can get overturned, because I want to be the last one laughing. Let's go.
Has ever approached Trump. Now, some constitutional scholars will say, oh, but this is about limiting the government against a state. And you're talking about limiting a state against Trump. Well, Mark Levin talks about how all these cases have been made, and now we're getting to the 8th Amendment, where it's starting to be reciprocal. Basically, it goes not only from the Fed to the state, but applies from the state to the Fed, and this is a perfect test case. A fine has been given to him, which is obvious given there's no crime. He could appeal this to the Supreme Court, and it may not cost him money, as much money as appealing it at the state, where you have to put up the $400 million dollars in escrow. Who do you think will win in this one, my people? Will it be the
Man. Like I said, I'm hoping that Trump win, because this right here ain't fair. The man don't owe anybody nothing. He don't owe a bank. He don't owe a single person. Don't owe him anything. People love doing business with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, banks love doing business with Trump. And then they turned around and what made it even worse is that he brought their kids into it. Fined both of the sons $4 million a piece. I mean, come on. That right there just lets you know right there that they are jealous. They don't want Donald Trump to win. They try to prove a point. Just like the last Judge Kaplan with the E. Jean Carroll case. Woman had no proof at all. How do you go to a courtroom with no proof and win? How? When did that ever happen? That you can just go to the courtroom, no proof, and win $87 million. It makes so bad you lied and had no proof. Like, the system is just corrupt. Man. But I really hope this get overturned. Shout out to Alina, because I know she's going to get the job done. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.